Well, hello again. It's been a while since I did a video, probably about months. Okay, what I want to talk to you guys about today is I've been kind of quiet, especially after the political fiasco. Well, to some people it's a fiasco, some people it's a breath of fresh air, and some people it's like the second coming. And then now it's looking to me, it looks like a comedy of errors, left and right. But anyway, what I want to talk to you about is that some of the videos I posted last year, around like between September and November, because I had a MRSA infection. Well, guess what? I have another staph infection. They don't know where it's coming from, so they're trying to cure it and take tests at the same time. But let me explain what happened. About a month ago, I was taking a shower, and like the lower back area, I felt a bump, and I was like, it's kind of odd for me to have a pimple right here. So I'm thinking this is, oh, I got another boil. So I carefully cleaned that, protected that, put a band-aid over it so it won't be abrasive. It was like right in the area where it's like right above your butt and your lower back at the same time. So then what happened was it went away. About a week or so it went away. And I was like, whew, good. Because if it busted, I'd be in trouble. A couple weeks later, I started having flu-like symptoms. So, I thought I caught the flu because the flu was going around at that time. Now I look up and say, okay, fine. Then a couple days later, I'm feeling great. Then it seemed like I caught the flu every day. You wake up in the morning, everything's great. You're moving around, everything's great. Your whole day is great. About between mid-afternoon to early evening, then you start to feel kind of slowish, lethargic, starting to feel sick, like you have the flu. And it's been going on every night for almost 2 weeks. From the first to the 2 weeks. Then what happened, it seemed like I had the flu like every day. Then it got worse. Then the flu got worse. And I started having fevers and cold chills and stuff. I stopped eating for like a week. Nothing but drinking nothing but orange juice. So my mom was like, let's take your temperature. Okay, so I took my temperature. Well, before that, I went to an urgent care. They drew some blood. We'll call you back. Okay. Friday, I get up. Everything's great. I go to work as normal. I get a phone call that says, we don't know what's going on with you, but it looks like you're anemic. Your blood counts are low. I'm like, huh, okay. So that means you have to take some iron pills and stuff like that, and a stool softener. I'm like, okay, cool. But close to the end of my work day, I started to feel sick, and I said, okay, I'll pick up the results. Call my doctor, set up an appointment for him, so that way I could bring that test results to him, so he could look it over. Around about 3 o'clock, I get off at 4. Around 3 o'clock, I was like, man, I feel sick. Oh God, I'm like, oh man, feeling sick. I started having cold chills and stuff. I drove home, got worse. Worse. First thing I did was got home, went to bed. My mom took my temps. They asked me she's like, you want to take your temperature? I said, okay, cool. It's 101.4. We better get to the hospital. So about 9 o'clock, we go to the ER. For the ER, they gave me antibiotics and all this other stuff. So from 9 to 3 in the morning, I get home back at 3 in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'm tired. Go to sleep. Gotta get up early. Went to the drugstore, CVS, put in my medication. It won't be ready till like 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay. So, I get some breakfast. I feel a little bit better. Getting some breakfast and everything. Throughout the day, Had to do some errands. Get my medication, start taking it. Yeah, it's this. Whatever. So, start taking it. Still feeling great. I mean, I didn't feel like eating. I ate some cereal, then I ate some pizza. Having heartburn, the whole 9 yards. About 11:30, the hospital calls me up and says, "Hey, Art, can you come back to the hospital tonight?" I'm like, "Okay, what's going on?" "Well, we found some organisms growing in your blood." And I'm thinking, what the hell is this? What? "Yeah, some kind of bacteria is growing in your blood." I'm like, okay. So it's snowing. I rush out. I call my mom and say they called me to come back to the ER. Okay. So I get into the ER. They put me into the emergency room. Right across the street from what I call across the street, across the hall, this one kid got beat up, got jacked up. Busted eye socket. His family members come around there crying and wailing and stuff. I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, wow. And even the police came by and started questioning him and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, fine. Of course, I think he realized who it was or who knows. So, kind of like thing. But so what happened is they said, okay, they put me in a room around about like 3 in the morning or something like that. So I'm like, they put me in what is called a CDU, the critical decision unit, which means that this is part of the emergency room. You're in a room, but not in the emergency room. It's connected to the emergency room. And until they figure out what to do with you, you stay there. So and what happened? I went in there. Guess who was in the next bed? The guy who got jacked. His father came in. The next day, and he was about to be released. I went to the bathroom. We both looked at each other, and it's like, hey, okay, go. And then then I met the doctors, and they took blood, met the infectious disease people, took blood, blah, blah. Did it with an echocardiogram. No, they can't find anything. Esophageal, they put something in your throat to look at your heart, see if something's in your heart. All clear. Everything is clear. Most obvious stuff's clear too. Like, what is going on here? Wow, what is going on here? So when I was doing this, the esophagus, going there, they said, "Oh yeah, we got a room, but your room's not ready, so we got to keep you here." Now, if what happened, I was in there from Sunday to Wednesday. Wednesday they put me in the room. I'm like, okay. So then, I'm seeing the doctors and all this other stuff. Next thing I know, I look up. It's like, man, what is going on here? So they just said, okay, you know what? The last step is say, okay, we took X-rays, we did all this. It's time to do an MRI. So what happened is that I had to do an MRI. I was in an MRI for an hour and a half. Now, the thing is, I didn't realize. I'm thinking, oh, it's not bad. But I was like, man, that thing kind of small. I'm used to a CT scan, which is a little bit bigger. The MRI is like enclosed. Now, am I claustrophobic? The answer is no. But being in there after a certain amount of time, you will start to feel, I'm going to tell you the truth, you will start to feel a little bit claustrophobic. And you get to be, and I was like this for like 40 minutes. My arms are getting tired, my hands are getting numb, my arms are getting numb. And I keep hearing it, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, get me out of here. I need a breather. And I said, well, we're halfway done. I'm like, look, I'm not claustrophobic. I'm sorry, but it's after a while, this stuff is starting to get to me. Plus, I'm feeling like this is it. And I said, oh, don't worry, just hold your arms like this. Oh, okay, cool. Go back, after about a couple minutes, about 5 minutes, go back in. Fine. So then, they wheel me back to the room. Infectious disease doctor comes in about an hour later. Okay, we found out what it is. You have a staph infection. Guess what? I said, it went to the hip. He goes, yep. They could see where it traveled from the boil through my back. Now, funny thing was, right before I started work, I started experiencing extreme back pain before the boil showed up. So who knows what was going on? So it probably was never finished, or it probably was stuck there and got reinfected. Who knows? I don't know. No one knows. So then they said, okay, so we know exactly what to do. So they gave me this thing called vancomycin, which is a stronger antibiotic. They hooked me up. Of course, I got poked here, 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 here. The funny thing was is that if they put an IV in you, some places say you can't keep it for 3 days. Some places say you can't keep it more than 4 days. What happened was they kept it so much is that the vancomycin is so strong, it burns and it destroys the IVs, the IV lines. So what happened is they put it in, it was burning. They put saline, burns, everything burning. I'm like, oh, this hurts. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because they don't want to. Because what happened is they can't. They always say I have good veins, but they say I have tough skin to get to the vein. Don't know. But anyway, that was pretty intense. So from Thursday, into the other part of the week, that's what was going on. I was like, okay, so that's what I was doing. So it was kind of hilarious. It's going on 11, 12 minutes, and there's a funny story. But anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. So I talked to the surgeon. He says, you know what? I think you should go on do this for 2 months. Do this for 2 months. Then we'll look at surgery. So that means I probably have to do another MRI. He goes, yeah, you probably might have to. But then again, you might need a hip replacement. And the thing is, some people work well without one. I'm like, huh? Plus, if you look at the way how the hip bone shape and everything, that socket, I don't know how you people can move without that socket. But then again, basically, he doesn't want to do anything until see the primary doctor. Like, you might have to go in there and do something. So basically, you might have to just cut me open and go in and scrape stuff and wash stuff out. Who knows? But anyway, part 2 of the story is coming up soon.